part, whatever. I don't know.
Complicated and being able to tell a story that's kind of derived from the canon. It is an amazing thing, and the fact that they've been able to do it year in, year out with different kind of crossovers and big
pitching
events,
the idea of certain characters. There was a sense of like, okay, well, this was years ago, but like, oh, we might use this character in the movie space, so maybe we won't then use the character there. And I would say, well, I can watch an animated.
That's part of the job, and a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun involved as well because we get to really explore really deeply into the DC catalog sometimes.
When we were first pitching the idea of certain characters, there was a sense of like, okay, well, this was years ago, but like, oh, we might use this character in the movie space.
2 minutes.
So maybe we won't then use the character there. And I would ultimately, I think it's in the, as we bring all of these characters into live action and to life, it's just so much more enriching and rewarding for everyone. To feel like, okay, the best idea wins, and the best version of the story is going to be what we're all really trying to serve.
Yeah, I'm now going to be upset.
Features might do something
I
with
didn't
that,
got
so
to
stay away
woke up
from it.
at
It could be years
10
before that
because
character
I
showed
really
up.
wanted to wake up at 10. No, not wake up at 10. 9, so I can
it doesn't make
prepare
sense
myself.
to hold that back from the fans. Let's explore that. And by the way, if they fall in love with the character on TV and we do something in the movies 3 years down the road, all the better. Like, it's just a greater awareness for the characters. And so for us, our board is much smaller because we have fewer things that we're working on. We have, within a movie, it's 120 pages and there's a handful of characters, whereas in TV, there's a bunch of other characters that pop up. So it's a little bit more straightforward for us. I think really Jim is the great sort of, he's the center of everything. So he has to know everything that we're doing in features, everything that's happening in TV, and everything funnels to him. And I think that's great that we have this guy who sort of knows the world better than anybody, who can sort of look at it and kind of go and come up and say, wouldn't it be great if Ezra showed up with Meg Grant? You don't get that without Jim sort of being sort of at the center of all this. And so I think it's just a great collaborative team, and it's really just the beginning of what we're doing here. I think with just the stuff that we're working on now, the idea of the multiverse, and really HBO Max being this other venue for us to really start to meet in the middle. I think if there was that sense that TV was TV and film was film, Max sort of becomes this place where we it's like, it'll be our clubhouse. Well, everything will gather into that space, and we'll be able to explore different opportunities and cross back over. And I'm excited about the potential of all the things that we can do with DC in the multiverse.
Awesome. Well, I want to say a huge thank you to the three of you guys for taking the time to chat with me.
Oh, it's 11:40
here in the DC Fandom. This is such, like, we're talking about different platforms for things, and this is a whole new platform for fans to get to experience the DC multiverse as well. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, they're going to be introducing Flash.
Thanks, Tiffany. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Joker, Aquaman, Batwoman, the Flash, girl. Dang it! I didn't read all of them. Oh boy, guys, here we go.
The future certainly looks bright for the DC multiverse. I'm still not sure what I will look like on Earth 26, but I can't wait to meet me there. Now, if you're a big DC fan like me, then I'm willing to bet that you cannot wait for the Flash feature film to electrify the big screen. The good news is that you don't have to wait that long, because we are going right now with the filmmakers and the Flash himself, Ezra Miller.
Oh, here we go!
Fans around the world. It's me, Ezra Miller.
From quarantine. Yeah, you can blame that to COVID, everybody.
Side a little bit.
You know, like this.
And there's the dude.
That's the director of the Flash movie.
I'm Christina Hodson, the screenwriter of The Flash. I haven't spoken to humans in a while, so I'm going to be rusty.
I'm Barbara Muschietti, the producer of the Flash movie.
I play Barry Allen, a.k.a. The Flash, in the upcoming Flash movie. And I love you, and I'm excited to be here digitally with you.
Chapter 1. The man and his movie camera.
If you go to the bottom of Andy Muschietti's Wikipedia or IMDb page, you'll see that he actually has a PA credit on the 1996 Madonna movie Evita. Must ask you more about that, Andy.
Telling the story of one of the greatest superheroes of the DC world is a challenge. The most important thing is that it gets to your heart. growing up with Batman and Superman and Flash. It was an opportunity to reconnect with childhood experiences reading DC Comics.
Flash fact, DC Comics actually stands for Detective Comics. Comics.
Wait, what?
For the film, I think is very much
Detective Comics? And there's it. So wait, DC means Detective Comics?
Story, which I find
I didn't know that!
Andy managed
Crazy!
to put tiny little DC Easter eggs into the It movie.
I like your glasses.
I noticed that.
You look just like Clark Kent.
Shut the front door, are you kidding me? There was DC Easter eggs in the freaking It movie?
Making the Flash movie, he discovered time travel for real, went back in time, and went to put all these things in just to mess with us. Either way, well played, sir.
I'm sorry, what?
You meet Andy, and you immediately can understand why he's the perfect choice for this movie. It's his compassion, his priority in this film of finding the heart of the story.
I'm also excited to see Andy's version of the Speed Force. He happened to have done some doodles that I may or may not have taken and kept. They are literally unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Chapter 2, Story of the Screenwriter.
Flash fact, did you know that according to actual comic book canon, Superman is both a vegetarian and a Metallica fan? Which is, of course, impossible. But then again, he's Superman.
Batman lost his
I'm
parents.
sorry, what? Oh, I just realized I'm wearing the Flash shirt!
Harley Quinn lost her egg sandwich. But Barry, because he's got this ability to go back and manipulate time, he's the only one who can actually go and change his own personal story.
His mother was murdered, his father was framed and incarcerated, and all his journey from then was of a man trying to make things right.
and it sounds like a cliche, but script is everything. When I got to read Christina's first draft, I was just blown away.
The script has really captured his loquacity, his personality.
So you're fast. That feels like an oversimplification.
I fell in love with The Flash when I read Flashpoint. The combination of giant spectacle, action, and fun with this incredibly personal, intimate story of a boy just trying to save his mum.
He's someone who has the power of changing the events of the past, but by doing so can deteriorate the very fabric of the space-time continuum.
The juxtaposition between his vulnerability and his immense power is really what's exciting about superheroes to me.
Chapter 3, the boy who will become Barry.
The hippopotamus is faster than the human being. Beware.
Every
I'm
actor,
confused.
every
What?
director, every writer brings something different to the character.
Barry as a character, and especially the way Ezra plays him, he's a guy with so much heart, so much humor.
Oh, I know that music. Oh, yeah.
Like spending time with Barry Allen.
Really, I can feel his passion and his enthusiasm and his creativity.
He was born
Now
to
the
play this
music's
role.
over. Chapter 4, Hello DC Multiverse.
Flash fact. The first appearance of the multiverse in DC Comics is actually a Flash comic. Flash Comics number 123, The Flash of Two Worlds.
Time travel isn't simple. It's not always a straightforward case of go back and change one thing and another thing changes in the future.
This film is immensely important because if you look around at the DC universe, obviously we have all of these
Joker,
characters
wow.
that exist within their own bubble.
So, like, the DC multiverse already existed back in the
Iterations of
90s?
the same story.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Sounds like a cool
I'm
guy.
Batman. I'm
This
Batman.
movie,
I'm Batman.
by opening that door that Flashpoint did in the comics,
Yeah,
all of these
DC
stories
multiverse
and
has been created
characters
before the
start to
MCU
go
was
on.
created, sadly.
Hello?
This should be impossible now.
It should be impossible now?
You don't know about the...
Oh my god, don't do this to me. I don't know about the what.
I bet that's probably going to be seen in the Flash movie. I don't know.
Barry's story.
It blows our minds, the levels of possibility that exist within the context of this character in this story.
I can't wait for all of us to be able to sit down in a theater and enjoy these movies.
Yeah, in the theater,
With a lot
wearing
of
masks.
and with
Theaters will be
great
opening up, but we're going to
snacks.
need masks required. Chapter 5.
So obviously I don't want to
Sneak peek!
too much of the movie. I want you to be surprised when you see it. There's something that I can show you. A little sneak peek.
Oh my god. Oh, nope, sorry. That's my fault. It was an accident. It's not my personal playlist. But it might, yeah, that might have been my fault. Back to you, Andy.
What?
So I like to share a couple of concept art drawings, and it's Barry Allen's new suit.
New suit? Whoa, okay.
Embedded in it. It has been built by his friend Bruce Wayne this time.
Dang it!
The first ever Batman movie is actually an unlicensed Batman Dracula movie made by Andy Warhol with a soundtrack by the Velvet Underground.
Bad timing!
There's 39 minutes that have been recovered, and I highly
I can't
recommend
pause
watching
on
them.
this.
They're
I'm like,
extremely strange.
There are so many potential crossovers in the multiverse. So many cool things that you could do.
No,
to do a two-hander with Wonder Woman. I think they would solve a lot of problems, let me tell you.
I'd like to see Game of Thrones crossover. Instead of all the months that it takes traveling from Winterfell to King's Landing, it would happen in 2 seconds. Barry Allen in the Iron Throne.
I actually already have a weird behind-the-scenes DC multiverse crossover.
Sorry, my friend wants to hang out with me today.
Older sister. So I've actually known the new Batman since he was 2 years old and in diapers.
I would like the Flash to meet in the multiverse Nicolas Cage. Not the Nicolas Cage Superman that never was. I want the Flash to meet Nicolas Cage, the person in this world who I believe probably does have the ability to transcend space-time. It's a real proposition.
Okay, not so bad. Not so bad.
I
Wonder
also
Woman
can't wait to
19,
hear
the Batman
more about the Flash. Thank you, Andy, Barbara,
Beyond
Christina,
Batman
and
coming up.
Ezra. Fun fact, we all know there are several Flashes: Wally West, Jay Garrick, Bart Allen, and Barry Allen. Did you know when Barry is working to save the world as a Flash, he's working to save Central City as a police scientist? Okay, that's all for me right now. I'm going to turn this over to Jaden Rodriguez, and I'll see you back here soon.
G'day DC fandom, I'm Jaden Rodriguez from Australia, and I'm so excited to be here with you all. I just gotta say that being a total superhero freak that I am, I'm totally loving being part of this epic DC event. And you can't talk about superheroes without talking about the man himself, Batman. I mean, dude, can you imagine how awesome it would be to be Batman? In fact, if there's anything better than watching Batman, it's watching two Batmans, or Batmins. It doesn't matter. Let's have a look at this mashup of two fan-favorite Dark Knights who happen to reside in the opposite ends of the Bat spectrum.
Okay, so,
Terry, this is top priority. Go ahead, Bruce.
I'm gonna go call Ryan, so, yeah, see you later.